The plot continues to thicken. Weeks after the Kenya government blacklisted the officials of the American-based International Foundation for Electoral Reforms IFES and declared it was operating in the country illegally, the government has now terminated the Kenya Electoral Assistance Programme. It is argued in some quarters that the biggest victim here is the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC), which was heavily dependent on the aborted programme as it prepared to roll out a high-stakes election later in the year.
This is a setback in the whole scheme of trying to get our act together for the next general elections.
In a letter addressed to Tina Dooley-Jones, the acting mission director of USAID Kenya and East Africa on the 22nd of December 2016, Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Karanja Kibicho stated that the government had obtained a document from the District of Columbia's Business Regulation Administration showing that IFES was registered as a non-profit corporation in the US, yet in Kenya it was registered as a company and not a charitable organization. Kibicho further explains that IFES's objectives and activities under the Kenya Electoral Assistance Programme, which include election coordination, capacity building, voter registration, civic education, among others, fall within charitable objectives according to the NGO's Coordination Act. The government believes IFES should be operating under the ambit and regulation of the NGO's Coordination Board. It has subsequently advised the company to seek registration as an NGO if it is to acquire the requisite legal status in Kenya. This is a setback for IFES, which had been handed a moment of relief by the High Court when it ruled that the NGO Coordination Board had no powers to deregister the company. This friction between IFES and the government has triggered a diplomatic spat between Nairobi and Washington. And it's the president who kicked off the storm when he accused international donors of planning to force a regime change through civic education.
There is already money coming into Kenya from abroad in the guise of supporting good governance or civic education. However, its true intention is to influence our electoral choices.
Although the government blacklisted the officials of IFES, it has denied allegations that it deported Jeanette Menelik, the head of operations of IFES, yesterday. She was reportedly traveling from the US but was turned away at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Sylvia Chebet, Sunday Live.